Hello, my loves. Welcome to my channel. I'm Chrissy the Medium, and today I wanted to do a continuation video for Liam Payne. Now, if you haven't watched my first video, go check it out. I'm going to put the link in the comment section, and that is my initial reaction of what happened to him. A lot has been revealed in that video, way before anything came out in the articles in the news. Okay, so a lot of validation, a lot of confirmation came out in that video. So it's important to watch that first and then come watch this one, because this one is kind of like a follow-up that we're doing. I know a lot of information has come out on what happened to him. There has been updates saying, according to the autopsy, there has been updates saying that there has been multiple substance in his body. It was like a concoction of different things. Okay, so, and his cause of death was the fall that he had from the balcony. Well, wasn't that something happened prior and then his body fell, right? That has been confirmed. So I think we know pretty much, we have an idea of what happened to him. So I don't know what's going to come out in tarot. Maybe nothing is going to come out and it's just going to be the same stuff, kind of like validating again what I said on the first video. But we're going to go and dive into tarot and see what comes out. I wanted to use a different deck. I wanted to use this deck. I love this deck because the imagery is just beautiful. I love the colors. I love the drawings. It's, to me, this is like an art. Whoever did this, I believe it's called Lightseer deck. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful deck. I love decks that have imagery and lots of colors. To me, that helps when I go and channel things through the cards. But I'm also going to use some oracle decks right here. I have two that I wanted to pull out, and a mediumship oracle deck that kind of gives messages of those who have crossed over, and that's going to be towards the end. So stay tuned. Let's get started. This is a reminder, this is just for entertainment purposes, and everything that I'm saying here is just my psychic impressions. This is all alleged. These are not facts. These are just feelings that I'm getting as a psychic medium. Please do your own research. Okay, so let's shuffle a couple times and let's see what comes up. Okay, so the first card is the Queen of Wands. Here we have feminine energy. The Ace of Swords. The Nine of Swords. Okay. Here we have the Devil card. Center of the reading, the Tower. Four of Pentacles. King of Cups in the reverse position. The High Priestess in the reverse position. The Knight of Cups. And the overall energy at the bottom of the deck is a Three of Wands in the reverse position. Now, when I shuffle these cards, I always set an intention. And my intention was what led up to his death, right? What led up to him, unfortunately, passing away and him having multiple substance in his body. And I might add, I feel like they need to find who was responsible for giving him access to all of these, because all of these substance, because I feel like that person should be held accountable to a point, because how are you going to allow him to have access to that many drugs? I'm sure he got it in Argentina some way, somehow. I don't think he got them from, I mean, he could have, but he would have to travel to Argentina with that, and I don't know how that works. I'm sure he would probably get in trouble carrying those things with him. So I'm going to assume most likely he got them in Argentina. So they need to track who that person was. Okay, so what was leading him to the moment that he passed away? Who's the first card that came out? The Queen of Wands. Once again, this feminine energy. Okay, that was heavy on his mind. And the Queen of Wands is connected to the Nine of Swords. Look, the Nine of Swords here. I mean, the card, this is why I love cards with imagery. Beautiful art. Because a picture can have 1,000 words, 1,000 meanings, 1,000 emotions just in looking at a picture. And you can see it here. He was really, really upset and really concerned about this Queen of Wands. And if I'm not mistaken, I believe his ex-girlfriend, I think, was a fire sign, if I'm not mistaken. Now, the center of the reading is, the center of these two cards, the Queen of Wands and the Nine of Swords, is the Ace of Swords, the second card that came out. The Ace of Swords talks about wanting communication, wanting to say something, reaching out, okay, wanting to have some type of resolution. That was heavy on his mind, and it's coming up again. We saw it in the first video, and here we are seeing it all over again. I'm assuming this is talking about his most recent partner, his girlfriend. I feel like they probably had an argument or something happened or something was said between them two that was really causing him to have like a mental breakdown. Okay. Obviously, that's not the only thing that was on his mind, which caused him to take a million substances. I think it was a combination of a lot of things. But sometimes, you know how they say you're upset about something and you don't really express it and it just kind of builds up. And then somebody drops, somebody drops and breaks a glass and all of a sudden you explode. And you're like, oh my God, like, why you did this? And you turn this into a huge deal when it truly isn't really about the person breaking the glass. It's just like that triggered you to kind of like explode because you had all these things inside of you that was just piling up until something triggered it. And then boom, it kind of explodes. And I feel like that's kind of what happened here. At least this is how it feels to me, right? This is just my psychic feeling, my intuition feeling. And to me, it feels like something happened between him and his girlfriend, or maybe they had an argument or a conversation that really upset him. But that kind of triggered him to like explode, kinda. And his way of exploding was, I'm gonna take substance. Because that's the way how I feel good, how I escape from reality. Because that's what he did. He would use his addictions, he would use these substances to escape from his reality. He didn't want to accept that this was happening to him, right? As we saw, there was articles and things coming out about him saying that he was dropped by one of his label company. That's what I'm talking about. It's just a bunch of things that are just adding up. And boom, he has one argument that probably is not even that big of a deal. But for some reason, it just triggers him to the point where he just can't take it anymore. And he has to release it some way, somehow, right? Some people will go and write in the journal. Some people will go to the gym and exercise and release all of that anger and stress they have inside and just take it on just working out, right? For him, his release was something very unhealthy and unfortunately led him to where we're at today, of him passing away. Now, the center of the reading is the Tower card in the reverse position. That's a feeling of two things that I get here. It is a feeling, and might I add, it's next to the devil card, right? So to me, it feels like the Tower, when it's in the reverse card, one, it wants to rebuild because it already fell, right? It's falling apart. The worst is happening. And now I kind of want to rebuild it. So that's the center of the reading. And the second one too, when the Tower card's in reverse, it's also that feeling of like, it's the inedible. Like there is nothing I can do. There is nothing I can do. Like I want to fix something, but I feel like I can't. I feel like I'm trapped. I feel like I'm stuck. So it goes both ways having the Tower card here. And the devil's right next to it. Right next to that Tower rebuilding. His addictions, this is what I feel. His addictions, him using his substance is preventing him from moving forward, from fixing things. Because guess what? He was able to fix it. He was able to, if he wanted to fix something with his girlfriend or with someone else in his past, another feminine energy, because I know he has issues with other feminine energies besides her. If he wanted to fix any of those things, he could. He could. If he wanted his career to be further along, he could do it. He had the potential. He had the talent. He could do it. But everybody can see it but him. And that was the problem. He had so much. He was such a talented person. He had so much for him. He is where he is supposed to be. He deserves that. The problem is that he did not see that. He didn't see it. To him, it was like, I can't do it. To him, it was his, you know how they say that we are our biggest critic. We are our worst enemy. And he was battling with his version of himself that was the enemy. And that person, that version of him was winning, was telling him, no, you can't do it. You're a failure. You can't do it. So he let it take over him, right? This dark, evil addiction, dark side took over him and made him believe that he can't do it. He can't fix these issues. He can't, reach the goals that he wanted to reach. Now, at the bottom here in this corner, we have the Knight of Cups that came out. The Knight kind of looks like him. I don't know if you can focus, but it kind of looks like him a little bit. It's not focusing. But to me, this row here with the King of Cups, the High Priestess in the reverse position, and the Knight of Cups here, to me, it feels like there was a lot that he wanted to say, especially to that Queen of Wands. A lot of unspoken words, thoughts that he never really got to say to her, but he wanted to. He wanted to say so much to her, but he just couldn't. The King of Cups is in the reverse position. He was hiding his emotions. He was holding back. He was being cold. He was being immature with his emotions as well. Okay. But there was a lot that he wanted to say. There was a lot that he wanted to say. And unfortunately, he never did because, like I said, he is stopping himself. Nobody's stopping him but him. And that's with everything. With his career, his personal life, he could do it, but he didn't see that. The overall energy is the Three of Wands in the reverse position, feeling that restriction, haunted by the past. Again, his thoughts over and over, replaying the conversations over and over, right? The Nine of Swords is here. The Nine of Swords is conquering his thoughts. The Ace of Swords here. over. And you know, swords are all about the mind. So here we are replaying things over and over and over again. And underneath the Nine of Swords is the Four of Pentacles, holding on to things. He holds on to everything. Everything you say, he replays it and he holds it on. He doesn't let it go. He doesn't release it. He just holds it on to it, damages him. Okay, so I wanted to pull out from this oracle deck and kind of see what comes out here. So let me shuffle a couple times. Okay. Blowing kiss, which is unconditional love, giving and receiving, fairness and love, affection, return. Okay. So this is him once again wanting to show affection, wanting to return that love. There was something that he wanted to, I think maybe in his mind, he was probably like, all right, tomorrow, it's a new day. Today, I'm going to, take it all out and just release the way I know how to release is by taking these substances, right? But maybe tomorrow, I will go and message her and talk to her and kind of offer her, I think whatever was on his mind that was really upsetting. And I'm trying to get this to focus, but this won't focus. But to me, that's someone who wants to offer something. And here we have wanting to show that love. Passion, insane chemistry, equal interest, sparks, and having fun. Okay. And last one, healthy choices, self-love and self-care, being happy, love, and life. To me, seeing these three things, that's why I'm saying this was not something that he did intentionally, okay? And that has been confirmed and validated. He wanted to change his life. He knew. And that could have been a conversation that he probably wanted to have. Maybe the next day, maybe the next couple of days when he went back to his home, back to talk to his girlfriend, back to normal life. I think he wanted to have a conversation where he was just like, all right, I feel like I'm losing it. Maybe I want to do something better. Maybe I should be, I'm sorry. I apologize. This is someone who wants, passion and healthy choices. This is someone who wanted change. Somebody who was passionate about wanting to make healthy choices. And showing those that he loved around him that he really does love them. And I'm sorry if I'm coming off as cold. It's because there's a lot that's going on in my mind. So I think his heart was in the right place, like in the right intentions. He just doesn't know how to express it and how to translate that. Okay. Because to him, I feel like there was a part of him that he really did have good intentions with people, but it just wasn't coming across that way, or he was having a hard time doing the right thing because all that trauma, mental illness, all of that takes effects on how we act and the words that come out of us. Okay. So like I said, didn't I say this in the very first video? Being split into two. Good and bad, that battling. There was a good in him. He had the good intentions. He was just battling with the darkness. How do I say this? I can't communicate. I can't express my feelings the right way. I can't show how I feel. It always comes out wrong. I always end up doing the wrong thing because it's like he's battling between these two. But I do see him acknowledging that he wanted change. Okay, he wanted to, and I feel like there was probably in his mind, he was probably like, all right, I need to have that conversation with somebody. Could have been his girlfriend, could have been one of his family members, or both. Okay, but it does seem like he wanted to have a conversation coming up. Unfortunately, obviously he never got the chance to, but the intentions were there. Okay. And I wanted to pull out from this oracle deck, and let's see. 3. Regret. I wish this never happened. Yeah. Yeah. He knows. He knows he did wrong. He knows. On the other side, and when he was here, he knows he did wrong. Okay. Absence. I feel like a part of me is missing without you. Feeling that emptiness that he had inside of him. That emptiness, wanting to fill that void, right? That was what he was doing that day. He was filling a void. He was using his addiction. He was using what he knows how to, this is the only way how he knows how to cope with his feelings. Horrible way. But that's the way that he did it. And he did it because he felt that. He felt alone. He felt alone. He felt alone. And he knows he did wrong. I want to tell the truth. Yeah. Revealed. Didn't we say that? There was a lot that he wanted to reveal. There was a lot that he wanted to express. He knows that he did something wrong, said something wrong, is doing things the wrong way. He knows that. He knows better. But like I said, when you're battling, especially when you have like this mental illness, I don't know what exactly his mental illness was. But if, whatever he was battling with, it's hard. It's not as easy as like, okay, just do the right thing. You'll be fine. No, when you're someone who is battling with mental illness, trust me, it's not as easy as just being like, okay, let me do the right thing. And it's a battle. It is a mental battle it's really hard to overcome. And that's why people need therapy and medication and family support, friend support. If you don't have all of that, it is very difficult. It's not impossible, but it's very difficult to try to get better. Okay, and the last deck I wanted to pull out was from this one. Okay, and this one is more like messages. So let's see what comes up here. There is no time where I am. Time is only on the earth. Okay, so that's the first message. Okay, saying where he is, there's no time. To me, that is a message saying that he is seeing everything that has happened to him. He is replaying everything through the eyes of his family members, through the eyes of his past lovers, past partners, through his girlfriend. He's seeing life through other people's eyes, and he's seeing how he has hurt them. He's seeing how all of that, he's seeing it through their perspective, feeling their emotions. Okay, so now he's in a period right now where he is kind of like experiencing all of that, kind of seeing, he's going back in time and seeing all of this fold out to the moment that he has passed away, right? That's why there is no such thing as time on the other side. First of all, time is man-made, okay? There is no time. And that's just validating here that, hey, where I am, there's no time, and I am experiencing the past right now. I'm seeing the past through your eyes, through my eyes, and I'm experiencing everything, okay? It is beautiful where I am. So he is definitely in a happier place. He's in a better place now. Okay, and we are so connected. He's always going to be connected to his family and his friends, no matter what. Just because our souls are no longer here in the physical world, it doesn't mean that they had disappeared. and they're gone and the end, and that's the end. No, we are always connected, always. And I truly do believe that. They come back, and you'll see signs, you'll see synchronicities, you'll see like you listen, a song comes up that reminds you of that person, and as you're listening to that song, you see 1111, or you see, I don't know, you see an angel number. That is a validation that spirit is letting you know, I'm here with you. While you're listening to this song and you're seeing this angel number at the same time, that is me communicating with you, saying, I'm here with you right at this moment. We are together. We are connecting, okay? They, on the other side, they're listening to you. This is just letting them know that, hey, we are connected no matter what. I see all of your thoughts. Didn't I say that? I see all of your thoughts. Yeah. So yeah, if spirit doesn't have a preference, right? There is no like, oh, I'm just only connected to my mom and my family and my friends. No, spirit has no limit, right? They're not bounded by a body. We can't be everywhere at once. Our body can only be at one place at a time. Not spirit. Time doesn't exist. Physical boundaries don't exist. None of that exists. So if you are watching this and you're most likely a fan, right? You can connect with them as well. They're listening to your thoughts as well. Not just only their family and their loved ones and their friends. It's with anybody who feels connected to them. Trust me, their soul is listening. Their soul is receiving, especially if it's good intentions and it comes from a place of love. They can hear it, they can see it, and they can feel it. All right, my loves, and that is what I am getting here for Liam Payne. And I do feel this sadness here coming from him. He knows that he wasn't a perfect person. He knows that he did a lot of things wrong. He knows he probably said things. He knows maybe he shouldn't have done things a certain way. He knows he hurt a lot of people that, that loved him and that really did care about him. I feel that he is in a better place now. I don't think that he is like trapped in this realms and he'll never be able to move forward. I don't think so. To me, I don't feel that. I feel that he is a much better person now. He is a much better place now. His soul has released all of that trauma, because that's what happens when we pass away. Like, we go to the other side. Anything that was keeping us, the way it was here in the physical world, is gone on the other side. Your ego, anything physical, like if they couldn't walk, they couldn't talk, all of that is left behind when you cross over. And his soul is just a loving thing. Soul is light and love, and it comes from a place of that, right? So to me, I feel like he understands. He's learned his lesson. He sees the pain that he has caused others. But that was just the way that he had to go. Like, that was his soul contract. He had to go through these things for some reason. His soul needed to learn those lessons. His soul always knew that this was how it was going to end. Doesn't mean that, right, when we pass away, it's not always something that we wanted to or it was intentional. Sometimes it's an accident, or sometimes, things happen out of our control. It happens. And to him, he did not want to pass away. He wanted to continue. He wanted to fix things. He wanted to get better. I just think that there was so many things against him, including himself. I think himself was like his biggest obstacle was his brain, himself. Because I know and I feel it here that he could do it. He could do it. It's just that he didn't believe it. And he is very much aware of that on the other side. And he sees that. He's learned his lesson. And I'm glad that he's in a better place now, because he was in a lot of pain. He didn't know how to heal that pain. All right, my loves. Thank you for watching. And remember to like, share, and subscribe. And if you want me to work on another celebrity, another case, let me know down below. And until next time.